All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. All right, it's Ratazah with a post-camp in transit lesson. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord willing to be edifying. And as I'm riding, all right, I'm going through the news, checking out different headlines that they got posted, all right, and I came across this article, all right. As you can see, the title is Broken Arrows, the world's lost nuclear weapons, all right. And we who are into biblical prophecy, as you know, the scriptures speak about, really the word arrows is mentioned frequently when it deals with the very destruction of Babylon the Great, or that last empire. Okay, and we have the understanding that these arrows are not talking about actual physical arrows that you shoot in your backyard, you know, like archery. This is talking about nuclear weapons. And this article, this headline, basically why it stuck out is because it's on point. Okay, a arrow or a missile is a modern day arrow, man. And it says what? Broken arrows, the world's lost nuclear weapons. Okay, and these nuclear weapons is what's going to be used in these last days to bring down and to destroy Babylon the Great, which Babylon the Great today is America. All right, the so-called United States. And I believe there's a movie out that came out some years back that's called Broken Arrow, which I believe the plot goes into lost nuclear weapons, man. So that's on point. So they're telling you that these arrows is another name or title for missiles, man. Because you got this thing where, you know, amongst these certain so-called Israelites, that missiles are not biblical. You know, that there's no such thing as missiles in the Bible, or that America's not going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Okay, and that's laughable, man. Clearly in the scriptures it tells you that that the nations are going to launch their arrows, which you're going to read, Lord willing, in Jeremiah 50. They're going to shoot their arrows on Babylon the Great and burn her with fire, man. So I'm going to read the subtitle. It says, since the early 1950s, the United States and Russia have had numerous accidents with their nuclear bombs, and a number have even gone missing. You see that? And what's the nuclear bombs, man? These missiles, which are going to be used in these last days as a part of prophecy. All right, and look, there goes a picture of them, man. All right, this is what's going to be used. All right, and put to use in these last days against Babylon the Great, as well as the other nations, because ultimately America's going to be wiped off the map, but the other nations are going to be hit too with missiles. But ultimately America is going to feel the full effect and the full wrath of this war. All right, World War III. So it says, I'll just read this excerpt. Broken Arrow is a name given to nuclear weapon accidents, whether they be by accidental launching, firing, detonating, theft, or loss of the weapon. The U.S. admits to having 32 broken arrows worldwide, with 6 nuclear weapons having been lost and never recovered. You see that? So the point is that an arrow is a missile, man. So common sense, when you read the scriptures, when it speaks about the arrows being launched, what is that talking about? Is that talking about a goddamn literal arrow? All right, a literal bow and arrow? Okay, no, it's talking about nuclear weapons, ICBM missiles. Okay, and I'm actually, let me get a scripture real quick. It's like my phone being kind of sideways, but this is matter of fact, before I get Jeremiah, let me get Isaiah 9:5. And it reads, Isaiah 9:5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, which is how wars were fought in the ancient world. Okay, a good depiction of that is the movie 300, dealing with the Greeks or the Spartans and the Persians. Okay, that's a good depiction of a battle with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Reading on, it says, but this, meaning this current war that's coming, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, that's going to be by way of those arrows, or the broken arrows spoken about in this article that I'm bringing out, man. Okay, so the burning of fuel of fire is thermonuclear fire, thermonuclear destruction. All right, let me go back to Jeremiah 50. And it should be the 14th verse. And it says, put yourselves, all right, verse 14, put yourselves in array, against Babylon round about, speaking about these nations. And what array are they putting on? They're putting on the battle attire. Okay? And it says, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. Now, what is that talking about? Is that talking about a literal bow and arrow? Okay, the answer is no, man. It's speaking about missiles. And we're bringing out in this article, proving that an arrow is a missile. Because a broken arrow is a missile that's missing. It's real simple. But, okay, but if you're not a elect and you're bugged out, you're simple, all right, you're just dumb as all hell, you know, and the Lord has not imparted his wisdom upon you, then this is something that your mind is not going to be able to get, man. But it's plain to them, all right, who the Lord had chosen to get this truth. All right, verse 14 again. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. So these nations are not going to spare no arrows on America, man. They're going to shoot every last one of them until they ain't got nothing left. They're going to completely liquidate and annihilate America, all right, from coast to coast, man. It says, for she have sinned against the Lord. Okay, you just go outside and, or hell, look on TV, look on social media, go outside. You see America is filled with sin, man. 15. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. So America is not going to have any stability. It's not going to have any protection. All right, the foundation and the walls going into the stability and the so-called safety and protection. All that's going to be destroyed, taken away, man. It says, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Now we know the Lord brings vengeance. He always uses a vessel. All right, or he uses some type of instrument or vessel to bring forth his wrath. Okay, what is he going to use? He's going to put the spirit on Putin. All right, Vladimir Putin, and these other nations and countries that have nuclear capability, Russia, China, and all of that, and they're going to bring forth the vengeance of the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, man, by the way of what? Thermonuclear missiles. And it says, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. See that? So you got America has caused a bunch of grief, destruction, and all sorts of things around the earth. Now it's going to be destroyed. You know, they drop bombs on everybody else, flying drones and doing all this wickedness and you know. Now it's time for America to meet its fate, man, and that's gonna come very soon. All right, we're living in a time. We're living in the genesis of World War III. You know, that's why you're seeing these different nations building up their nuclear capability, building up their missiles, man. But the point is that what the arrows spoken of in the scriptures is talking about missiles. All right, and I'm gonna get one more scripture before I close off because I'm about to reach my destination. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter, I believe it's 16, in verse, I'm starting at 14. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out. And that fire is going to come by the way of those missiles, man. It says, till it consume the foundations of the earth. 16, which is the point. Like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. All right, yeah, so like a actual bow and arrow, when you shoot it, it don't go in reverse. When it's shot, it hits its point, man. Okay. It says, even so. It says, even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Right. So the plagues that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to send upon the earth, okay, these things are not going to be reversed or turned back. All right. They're sent forth to bring about, like you read, it says these things are sent forth as scourgings for amendment, for change, man. That's what the Lord's going to bring to the planet Earth, is change, because the earth is completely swallowed up in wickedness and evil, man. All right, that's not what I was looking for. Okay, I actually started a verse lower. I'm gonna start at 13. 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. You see that? So the arrows spoken of in the 13th chapter, or the 13th verse of 2 Ezra 16, these arrows are being shot from one end of the earth to the other. How is that possible? Okay, nobody can shoot an actual arrow from a bow from one end of the earth onto the other. So what is this talking about? It's talking about missiles, man. All right, the broken arrows that we're reading about in this article, man. Okay, that's what it's referring to. And this prophecy, as I mentioned, is being developed as we speak, man. That's why every time you look at the news, Russia is updating. They're advancing their weapons. America's advancing their weapons. China's doing the same. And all these other nations, man, they're all advancing their nuclear capability because it's playing right into prophecy, man. It's real simple. It's real simple to get to the ones that the Lord has given understanding. But the rest of the people that he have the Lord blinded, man. You know, and it is what it is. All right. So I think that was it on that. All right. I just wanted to bring that out real quick. All right. Lord willing, it was edifying, giving him praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Lord willing, to the next lesson. Shalom.